Hey loves, it's Jess from Jess Her Lifestyle and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are old here, you are an OG, you are the real Odogonu, so take your flowers and shout out to you. But if you're new here, hey, please subscribe, turn on your post notification bell, like, comment, and also share. Okay, so today's video is all about getting to know me. I posted my first video and then most people were asking me about, oh, we want to get to know you more, like, because it's like I didn't really get to introduce myself that much. So here I am, I got you, here I am with a get to know me video type thing, you know what I'm talking about, and you're going to get to know me like personally, professionally, all the lilies, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's get into today's video. What's the first question? What's your full name? Okay, obviously. So my full name is Jessica Boateng, but I mean it's actually Jessica Nanekia Fosia Boateng, but I mostly use Jessica Boateng on all my documents and everything. So yeah, that's my full name. And then how old am I? Like I'm not too old and I'm not too young, so I'm like within the 20s, you know what I mean? Yeah, so 20 something. Where are you from? I'm Ghanaian. You see that thing that people are like, oh, I'm proudly Ghanaian and all those things. No, yeah, me too. I'm like proudly Ghanaian. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I'm also from Kwewu. You see where they do the Easter, those kind of things and all that. That's where I'm from. Yeah. What did you study in school? Okay, so I mean, from like primary to JHS, I studied what everybody was studying, SHS, I did general science. And then for the university, I did public health. So yeah, so I did public health. I majored in health promotion. And then for my master's, I also mastered in public health, yeah, but I did general option. And also, yes, my school. So for primary or to JHS, I went to just like one school. I'm not those kind of people that were changing schools and all those things. So I went to one school. It's called Prima Academy. And then I proceed to the SHS called St. Mary's. So St. Mary's Senior High School, like Mary's Obawo period. And then I went to the University of Health and Allied Sciences in Hohoi. I mean, main campus is in Ho. I know most people know Ho, but it's actually School of Public Health, which is now Fred N. Binka School of Public Health is in Hohoi. So that is where I went to school. What do you do and what are you passionate about? Okay, so now I work with a local NGO here in Ghana called Hope for Future Generations. So I'm actually a project officer on the Sheilis project, which is coming to an end, anytime soon. Yes, and I'm still working with them on a new project, which I'm now the project coordinator. It's on HIV prevention. So yes, we are yet to start that. So that is what I'm doing for the time being, and also this. So yeah, what am I passionate about? Honestly, I would say I'm passionate about the work I'm doing now. Like I'm passionate about giving back to the community and just doing something meaningful. You're putting a smile on people's faces, helping people with their health or any other thing. So basically that is what I'm passionate about, Clark. Why did you start your YouTube channel? Okay, so when I saw, see, hey, YouTube, when I said like I had a calling in my previous video, like I'm not kidding. So I remember when I started thinking about YouTube was somewhere like 2023, but I didn't give him much thoughts because I used to ask my friend that, hey, if I post on YouTube, would you watch? They will say, oh, why not? If it's interesting, I'm like, it will be interesting. Anyway, then 2024, the thing was in me, like the feeling was coming. So I didn't post in 2024 because I'm like, oh, I don't have this and I don't have that, and I don't have this, like all the aesthetics and all this blah 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 blah. I don't have all these things that we talk about all the time and all of those things. So and then I said 2025, yeah, I'll do it. So 2025, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, October. I'm not posting, guys. I mean, it is what it is. Like, I'm finally here, aren't I? So yeah. Yeah, so I mean, but why I started, I actually wanted to document like my advocacy journey, the things I do, the workshops I go, the things, not just advocacy, but also like, I want to talk about health, I want to talk about faith, and I also want to talk about like personal development, because I've struggled through a lot of things, and I feel like along the way, like I'm doing well and I'm progressing, and I also want to share those things. I want to share tips on how to motivate yourself, to develop yourself, to talk about our Christian life, how to set realistic goals. I just want to talk to all my girlies out there, all the young people trying to like navigate life, and then whatnot, makeup, beauty, fashion, skincare. So that is why I really wanted to start my YouTube channel, just to get a place where I get to document things, learn from you guys, you learn from me, and whatnot. So basically that is it, as simple as that. Next question: what inspired the name of your channel? Okay, so the name of my channel, I mean, Jess Her Lifestyle, like Jess Her Lifestyle, you get what I mean? But I was actually thinking of Jessica Boateng, but who knows? I mean, I'll get married and probably there's no Jessica Boateng, you understand, or compound name or whatever like people do. But anyways, I just wanted like something that has my name, or something that is about me, as well as the kind of channel or content I'm creating. So I'm vlogging, I'm talking, I'm doing a whole lot of things, and it's about me, my life, my lifestyle. So I'm like, okay, so Just Her Lifestyle, like you might think it's Jess, but it's like me, Jess. So just my lifestyle, like, you get me? I'm smart, so like smart and brainy and intelligent. Okay, so 3 words your friends would use to describe you. And I'm not even capping, like seriously, my friends will say that I'm talkative, like jovial, caring, smart. I've said more than 3 things, but like I'm talkative and jovial, 1. Like I'm supportive, I'm caring, 1. And also I'm smart and intelligent, 1. Period. What's your biggest fear? What is my biggest fear, guys? I'll say that my biggest fear is death, like losing a loved one, and also me dying, because it's like, especially if I die knowing that I didn't accomplish anything on earth, like I didn't do all the things I was supposed to do and meant to do, like what? So that is why I believe that, like, if you have something to do, do it. The Bible talks about it in Ecclesiastes chapter 9. Like, we the living people, we know that we'll die. So if you have something doing on earth, do it. Post that content, post that video. You get me? Do it. So basically that's my biggest fear, like that. What motivates you every day? The opposite of what I said. The opposite of what I said motivates me every day. So being alive, knowing that each day I get to make an impact in somebody's life, or even in my own life. You understand? I get to evolve, I get to grow, I get to be a better version of myself. I get to see, like, good things around me, my family, my friends. I get to even see my own children, like, growing up and like just being alive. It motivates me every day to do something, to think about something, to bring an idea and do this. That is my biggest motivation. Thank you. Next question: how do you deal with failure or setbacks? See, dealing with failure or setback is not easy at all, especially when, like, you've put all your soul and your heart and your mind into that thing that you're preparing for. Like, I do a lot of applications where I'm applying for this fellowship and I'm applying for that and I'm applying for a conference and all those things. And like, we are on free things, especially when it has to do with traveling outside. Share like wine and pay. But then again, they send you those kind of emails that is like, we are sorry to inform you, we regret to inform you. Like, what? Why? But then again, one of the things, because I've received those things like so many times, so like one of the things that I've come to realize is the fact that I'm starting to see some failures as success. Because sometimes, mind you, you might not get the opportunity for this particular thing you applied for, but you'll be there now, then something else will come your way, something great, something better, something you least expected, something you were something that you've thought before, you know, you wanted to achieve. It just comes to you like that. So sometimes I do see failures as a success, and I just learn to like talk to myself, be like, okay, this doesn't work out. The next thing will, how do I do my homework? How do I be better? Like, and I also motivate myself. See, one of the things I learned, like, you know, as a young youth advocate and all those things, is to motivate yourself, like self-motivate, because nobody is going to motivate you. Even if they are going to motivate you, cry, like, motivate yourself. Look into your mirror and tell yourself, yeah, this, yeah, that's. Like, always speak some words to you, like every day when you wake up in the morning. Like, trust me. I mean, so that is how I do it. It's not easy, but it will be, and everything will be fine, and everything will be better. What's your favorite Bible verse? Ooh, okay. So my favorite Bible verse, the Bible verse that there are plenty favorite Bible verses, but I'm going to talk about Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11 and 12, where it's telling you that, you know, God has good plans for us. You know, it's not of harm or calamity, but to give us, you know, hope and then a future. Trust. And the 12 goes on to say, come to me and pray to me and I'll listen to you, I'll answer you. Like, it really tells me that, like, just as First Peter chapter 5 verse 7 says that, you know, draw close to God and you draw, like, it tells you that God is saying, come to him, pray to him, he will listen to you. God is telling you that he has a hope and a future for you. It also tells me that when I go to God and I pray to God, he's going to like listen to me and answer my prayers. Even if it's not immediately, it's going to happen. But it also tells me that some of the things that we pray for, like if you are praying for like death to go away, if you are praying for sickness to go away, if you are praying for, you know, there are some things that you are praying for that you know that God is surely going to do it, but it's not going to happen now. You understand? So if God plans to give us a hope in the future, it might be this immediate future, it might be, you know, after death and all those things. And it tells me that like God has fully opened his or her arms, and then we need to continuously pray and fast and all do it, and God is ever ready to listen. Why am I saying this? Is because, you know, sometimes when you sin, that is when you don't want to pray. That is when the devil is telling you that, oh, don't pray, you sinned, you are dirty and all those things. But it's a lie. The time that you've sinned the most, the time that like you feel like, oh, if I go to God, that's the time that you should actually draw closer to God. That's the time that you should pray, because it's like God is like this. God is like my son coming. It's like the lost sheep and all those things. So yeah, like this is just one of my favorites you know, Bible quotations. But I just want to go ahead and also add a few more quotations. Like I also like Isaiah 40 verse 31, which also says that for they that wait upon the Lord shall their strength will be renewed, they shall soar on wings like an eagle, they shall run and not go weary, and they shall walk and not tire out. It really tells me that like when you are waiting, first of all, have patience. You know, there was a time I was expecting something and it didn't come, and they were starting. I'm like, oh, but I prayed, but I did this, what was happening? But it also told me that whilst you are waiting, have patience. And whilst you are waiting, you're not just waiting, no, like you are praying, you are fasting, your strength will be renewed. Sometimes the things that you least expect will just come to you like this, pa. And then those times that when like what you are expecting comes, like your blessings come and what you've prayed for, you don't even know how to feel, or like the emotions trample, like you're just so overwhelmed, and you're like, God, that feeling is what I'm talking about. So whilst you are waiting, you are praying, you are being patient, just trust God, trust the process. Just be like Abraham, that God was like, oh, leave this place to this place. He didn't even know where he was going, trusted the process. And that is how we should also be as Christians, just to trust God and trust the process, and he will work everything out. Trust me. What advice would you give young Christians navigating life or purpose? If you're a young Christian, if you are like a young person trying to find your feet like me, trying to get closer to God, trying to be like strengthen your spiritual journey, and like grow spiritually and whatnot. So for like, as everybody's going to tell you, pray, fast, meditate, and one other thing is to also do Bible journaling. I started doing Bible journaling, I stopped, but I'm going to get I'm going to start Bible journaling, so also do that. But one thing I really want to say is that just develop a personal relationship with God yourself, not based on your pastor, not based on your prayer group or your friends or anybody, but get to know God for you, get to know God for yourself, understand him, get to know his son Jesus Christ and his ways. So that is the advice I'll give. Don't say that your pastor has left the church, so you are leaving. No, but develop that personal relationship with God. See, one advice that my supervisor told me was that, see, if you continue to pray, if you continue to hear from God, if you continue to do all those things, you won't even need me to advise you. And that is how you should live your life as a young Christian, because it is when you are young that you need God. Oh, see, don't play. Don't play. You really need God in your life, because there's so much noise. You understand? Like, there's so much noise. So you really, really do need God in your life. And when God is talking to you, listen. Don't be stubborn. No, like, listen. Listen, for real. Okay. What do you hope people take away from your content? This is a very good question. At the end of the day, everybody that comes across my content should feel seen, should feel empowered, should feel that like my channel was made for them, and then they've actually learned something. So basically, that is what I hope that people like take away from my content: to feel empowered, to feel seen, to feel motivated, to have the edge to do something, start something that would positively like impact their life and the people around them. Point blank, period. Ooh, okay, I'm ready. T, night person. Doing the most good for the most people most of the time. Black, reality shows. Clark it. If you know me, you know, like reality shows. See, I started with telenovela, then I like Korean series at a point, but now I like reality shows. I'm not even capping. African countries, like I want to really explore the African continent. Zanzibar, Tanzania. Okay, Dubai. Yeah, Dubai. You see that it's a Ghanaian dish. It's called abum, like plantain, yam, then you grind, pepper with the secret ingredients, then the granules, you get the fried oil, you pour it on it, you hear if you don't hear it means that the food is not going to bank. So yeah, that's my favorite food, like hands down. Both. Ambivert. Is it ambivert? Yeah, ambivert. I feel like sometimes I'm an introvert, sometimes too I'm like an extrovert, so like combined. But I'm mostly an extrovert. I'm more of an extrovert than an introvert. Not gonna lie. Oh, health advocacy for sure. Straight up, health advocacy. One habit, I would say starting my day with God. Like, period. I wake up in the morning, read my daily text, meditate on a few scriptures, and then like write down, which I cannot when went on a break, but like, yeah, Bible journaling. Very cool. Okay, one advice I'll give to my younger self is to trust the process and trust God. Period. Couldn't have said it any better. Yeah. Okay, if you've made it to the end of this video, kudos to you. Well done. I hope you got to know me better. I hope you learned something. I hope you took something away from everything that I said today. And if you have any questions, if you have any comment, suggestion, if you want to add up to what I said, feel free to do so in the comment section. Also, if you have any questions or if you have any content ideas that you would want me to do or anything, kindly let me know. We are not gatekeeping over here, okay? Period. My sister, my brother, uncle, auntie, Davi, Efo, please subscribe. Let's grow this channel. Let's make it active. Let's make it entertaining. Let's continue to learn from each other and grow. So comment, share, like, and turn on your post notification bell so that you'll be the first to receive a video when I post. Okay, until next time, bye.